1995 on the top 100 greatest players.
Say hi to my mom and dad, my wife.
Nice guy. But when he came on that field, Larry said he had a job to do. And his job was to go through you. Larry bench press 692 pounds.
The strongest man.
I still remember that. 692 pounds. When a man can bench press 692 pounds, that man can launch you. It's like going against a bear, man. I mean, he's just humongous. Man, he'll grab you, pick you up, and start laughing. And there's nothing you can do. It's like going against a car. You're trying to stop him, and you're just sliding. I've seen him take linebackers, just drop him 20 yards. Not 5, not 10, 20 yards. And you go back in the huddle, that linebacker looking at you going, what am I supposed to do?
You do the best
you can. Do the best you can.
Everybody want to test themselves against Larry Allen. Come on. Bad man. Bad man.
Amen on that.
Accountable.
In 1994, after 9 offensive linemen had already been drafted, the Cowboys selected guard Larry Allen from Sonoma State. He would never be overlooked again. Allen protected Hall of Famer Troy Aikman and led the way for the NFL's all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith.
Oh, look at that hole! Touchdown, Cowboys!
You got a guy like Larry Allen in front of you, he was like a wall. I mean, or like a stump. You couldn't move it. He was very patient, and he never made a lot of mistakes. You weren't gonna have guys just run up in there going, "Yeah, I'm gonna bullet rush Larry Allen." You never hear anybody say that. Did you bullet rush him? Oh, that never came in my mind. Bullet rushing Larry? No, he didn't bullet rush Larry.
No one teased the opposition better than John Randall did.
Hey, Charlie! Ray Brown! J.J. Stokes! You cousin to J.J. Walker?
But when he faced Larry Allen, Randall quickly learned to keep his chin strap tight and his mouth shut.
You didn't taunt him? Mm-hmm. You were nice to Larry.
You're right.
Give him a hand up, smile at him. Sometimes he smiled back, sometimes he doesn't, but don't get mad.
In the pit, only the strong survive. For 14 seasons, Larry Allen was a raging bull in those trenches, a force to be feared.
Nice job, L.A. Way to battle, big man. Way to go.
Larry, man, he is one of the most powerful men that ever played the game. Being able to take the pounding and come back and play. It's about pride. It's you versus him, and it's in the trenches.
Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up those football gods here. I apologize for being late here on this holiday weekend, but I had to pick up my daughter. You know, you are always a parent. I can be, here's what's crazy. My dad is 82 or 83 years old. And still, my dad says, it's not right for you to go ahead and cuss. You're right, Dad. You're right. You're 100% right. I still mess up. I still, from time to time, but every time I do, I think about disappointing my father. Okay. So you are forever a father, and so my daughter coming back, and everything else, had to pick her up at the airport, get her back here nice and safe and sound and stuff, because I am a father. And good old Jerry Jones, my buddy Jerry Jones. It was kind of funny. Did anybody else see Jerry Jones in Monaco? When I saw the picture of Jerry Jones, let me actually. Here's what I'm probably gonna go to hell. I probably will be going to hell for this one, but let me see. Here we go. Let me pull this up. When I saw the picture of Jerry Jones and Monaco walking around, he has his grandson that was in front of him and this other guy. But I see Jerry Jones, his shirt's kind of untucked. He's got one arm that looks like it's kind of up. For some reason, in my mind, I just saw Weekend at Bernie's. Did anybody else is it just me? Didn't that look? I mean, it kind of looks like this guy's holding him up. Like, okay, hey, stand up, hold up. Or am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy, and I'll probably go to hell with that. But it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, the reason I played the Larry Allen clip, okay, for a couple of reasons. Jerry Jones has this thing that he seems to anoint players with the numbers. We know that 88 is a key number, okay? We had, of course, the original 88, Drew Pearson, which was given to, of course, the playmaker, Michael Irvin. Then it was actually, because a lot of you don't remember this, but it was given to Antonio Bryant, who they thought was going to be the next in that string of 88s, but it didn't work out that way. Antonio Bryant was not too good, not very good at all. And then, of course, it went on to Des Bryant, and now finally to CeeDee Lamb. Okay, now we know CeeDee Lamb has grown a half an inch. He's put on 10 pounds of muscle and things, and supposedly, he's looking good. That weight hasn't slowed him down, and quite frankly, I'm kind of happy because he was a little on the thin side. I like a little bit of meat on the bones to be able to take those shots, but that's just me being a fat guy. I want other people fat around me too, so that way I don't look quite as fat. When you're around a whole bunch of skinny people, you look fat when you're somebody like me. But you get around bigger people, then it's like, okay, I'm just a normal size. See, if I were around Jerry Jones, I'd look fat. I just would. But anyway. We know about 88. We know about 94, okay? We know Charles Haley, of course, to DeMarcus Ware. And then they anointed, way too soon, Randy Gregory as the next Charles Haley. Oh, my goodness. What is wrong with me? I got to say hello to Stacy Schubert. What's up, Stacy? How you doing, Stacy Schubert? And there's Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina? Gina, I got your pieces packaging up, going out tomorrow. Ava, I'm working on the two other pieces to go to you. Hopefully you got that autographed Joe Barty from The Playmaker. I know I saw Roland's. Did I see Roland's review? Wait, hold it. I'm way behind here. What's up, Sugar Daddy? How you doing? Let's see. I got Ava. Oh, Lola, Miss Hot Sauce. I should just say, from now on, when I see Lola, I just need to say. There you go, Lola. I'm burning for you. Did I miss any of the other lovely ladies in the place with the style and the grace? Ava, Roland, Stacy, Gina Thorne. Okay, I think Joanne Gonzalez. What's up, JoJo? How's everybody doing? I'm out of my, when I get out of my sync, I kind of mess up and everything else, but shout out to everybody who's here tonight. Hopefully you had a great holiday weekend. Hopefully you said thank you to some of the great veterans that are out there, and remember the ones that aren't here, and that you didn't stuff your face. You didn't stuff your face too damn much, okay? Because, the burgers and hot dogs and all that stuff, that's real good. But back to what I was saying there as about the numbers game. Randy Gregory, Amanda Brown. What's up, Amanda? Numbers are important in the Dallas Cowboys. And so they took the number 73. Hall of Famer Larry Allen's, and Larry Allen's was definitely a 692 pound bench press. Larry Allen, here's how good Larry Allen was, because some of you guys may not remember. Okay, some of you may be too young. Army Mother Heather, we got all the ladies up in here. And then there's Christy Marie. Oh my God. You know what? Now I understand why those Eagle fans are. Oh, Yolanda Fletcher. What's up, Yolanda? Yolanda, how you doing? See, now I understand why all the Eagle fans are up in here. They're up in here because they don't get the ladies like this over in the other channel. Eagle fans, be real. Be real. The women don't show up over there. They don't show up over there. You coming over here trying to throw a little mac. It's okay. It's okay. We understand. We understand because the Cowboy ladies, there's no ladies out there like the Cowboy ladies. It's cool. We know, Eagle fans. So, Larry Allen, Hall of Famer Larry Allen. Larry Allen of the top 100s. You know, Jerry Jones, he reminds me a lot of that Larry Allen. And I'm kind of like, it's too soon. It's too soon to start making comparisons like that about Tyler Smith. He hasn't even had his first padded practice. Now, truth be told, I got a lot of flack last year because about a middle of the season, I know cute, but I'm on taken away. Hey, Mark, pray for my kid's safety. He's heading to Korea June 7th. Army proud. Oh, definitely. Army Mother Heather, thank you for having your baby and having him in the Army supporting us. And thank you so much. And we will definitely send a prayer. Shout out to him as well as to you. Poor Eagle saying, didn't Larry Allen come from Wichita State? I believe he did. So Larry Allen was a freak of nature. Larry Allen, if you think Tyron Smith is good, Larry Allen made Tyron Smith look like an average player. Larry Allen makes Zach Martin look like an average player. Ava, it's 70 here in the city of Anchorage, Alaska for 2 straight weeks. We're hoping that it doesn't hit the 80s. We need rain. Anybody got rain that weekend? Alaska, wow. 70 degrees for Alaska, that's hot. It was about 95 here. See, this is where, a lot of people want to say, oh, there's nothing to global warming. I'm telling you some strange shit because my wife called my mother today and she was talking about dandelion wine. I remember as a kid, my mom used to make dandelion wine. And she's like, we ain't got no dandelions this year. There are no dandelions. And we have one of those maple trees that have all the helicopters on them. And it's a pain in the ass because literally the ground will be kind of a light tan color with all these damn helicopters. They get in the gutters and they grow little trees and you got to and it's a pain in the ass. But I realized just today talking to my wife, I was like, wait a minute, we didn't get any helicopters today, this year, none. And it was already 95 degrees and it's still May. So there's some shit to this global warming. I'm telling you, these forest fires, the West, I know Gina Thorne out there, it's dry as a mother hump. And if you're telling me it's 70 already in Alaska, that ain't good. 100 degrees every day. Damn, in West Texas, dry drought since here, 100 degrees every day. Damn, that ain't good. There's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, man, a lot of them. So, when we're looking at a guy who is a rookie who just got drafted and now we're already saying, you're getting Larry Allen. He reminds me a lot of Larry Allen. Okay. Jerry, I remember Larry Allen. Larry Allen was one of the greatest players to ever play on the offensive line. You might want to pump the brakes just a little bit on that. Just a little bit. How about we have a game or two, or we have a film and that we see him actually launch somebody? Kind of like we used to see Tyron Smith launch somebody, because I'm not ready to go there yet. Now, like I said, I got a lot of flack from Bad Dog. Bad Dog took out all his anger on me because his team sucks when I started being one of the early ones that say, Micah Parsons is doing some things kind of like Lawrence Taylor. And they were like, how dare you, Mark Holmes, you and the Dallas Cowboys fan base, are you crazy? Are you saying Micah Parsons is Lawrence Taylor? I said, listen, dude, Listen, I said, if we take rookie season versus rookie season and put up the numbers, I didn't say he's a Hall of Famer. I said, just take the rookie year and say, hey, what Lawrence Taylor did versus what Micah Parsons did. Mark Hall's there, that's crazy. You are crazy. How dare you? It's sacrilegious. You Cowboy fans need to go on an island and be nuked or something. I mean, literally, he went off on me. But I could actually say, okay, Lawrence Taylor, 9 sacks his rookie year. Here it is. Micah Parsons is already at 8 sacks, and it looks like he'll beat that record. Micah Parsons may have a chance to actually get the rookie sack record. How dare you? Lawrence Taylor changed games. Teams had the game plan against him. And like, hello, you're right. Teams had to start getting, Tony, Tone. God bless you for all you do. No, Tony. God bless you, buddy. Appreciate you with the big,
Take the money out!
big super chat. But I got the best fans in the world. So, Tyler Smith. Is Jerry doing this because he's senile and crazy? Or is he doing this as a motivating factor, trying to say, hey, big guy, I want you to be the next Larry Allen? And is it wrong to put a guy in that position to put that pressure? That's the big question. Beto says he asked for that number. Okay. All right, cool beat. Then that's a good one then. If he asked for it, then cool. But I hope that he's the next Larry Allen. Because I was there at Larry Allen's Hall of Fame induction, and I would love to go to Tyler Smith's if I'm still around. If I'm still, picking daisies as opposed to pushing them up. So here's the big thing. Wednesday and Thursday, we have week number 2 of OTA practices on the field. We talking about practice, not a game, not a game now. We're talking about practice. And so far, we've enjoyed everything that we heard. Last week, it was great, hearing and seeing all the good stuff out there. Marquez Bell ends up picking up Cooper Rush there at the goal line and takes it 94 yards for the score and everything else. And, that's great to hear that kind of stuff, and can't wait to, hear some more great things. Everybody looks good, of course, when the pads aren't on and everything else, and OTAs, you're not going to hear anything bad. Amen. You know what? On Pick and Pop, yeah. Jeff Gladney, first rounder. That was, I would say, make sure you tell someone you love that you love them, because you might not have a chance again. It's been crazy over the last 2 years how many people that I've lost close to me, or people that I know that have lost people close to them, or how many marriages that I've know people are on the rocks and everything else. You got to take care of business. I saw a clip. I don't remember where it was. It was an NFL player, former player, talking about it. He said, listen, there's 4 things that always get NFL players. Late at night, women, guns, and drugs. It's like one of those four things are what get most NFL players in trouble. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out and enjoy life and stuff, but here's the thing. You got to be careful, especially on a holiday weekend like this. To be 25 years old and gone, you got to be started. You got to be smarter. I don't know what happened. I don't know. We don't have details or anything else. All I know is it seems like more bad things happen late at night than they do during the day. Army Mom Heather, you're 100% right. Tomorrow isn't promised, and tell your kids you love them every day. I agree fully. Not just your kids. Tell your mom, your dad, your husband. Take care of your business, or else that shit will go away too. So we have OTAs on Wednesday and Thursday. Thank God. We got more football we'll be able to talk about. We'll be able to break down a few more. We'll get like a 10-second clip, and we'll be able to break it down into like a 10-minute video and stuff, because that's what we do in the offseason. We're all football whores. We will do anything for football. But also, the Dallas Cowboys will be getting $10 million. The Dallas Cowboys will move up the ranks in actually cap room. They will be close to $24 million. Now, a couple of things. We have Dalton Schultz, who's on the franchise tag, $10.6 million. The Cowboys say they'd like to get him on a long-term deal. We don't know if that's just lip service or if they are actually going to try and get him on a long-term deal. It would probably behoove them to do it sooner than later if they believe that he is a guy that they want to keep. They need to go ahead and get that done, because we saw David Njoku literally start to blow up the tight end market. $14.5 million. I think Travis Kelce, is $15.5. And now Darren Waller. The Raiders are working on Darren Waller's contract right now. And Darren Waller, who was a 6th-round draft pick for the Baltimore Ravens originally, has got a couple of seasons well over 1,000 yards. Last year he was injured a little bit, but he is far and away better than Dalton Schultz. He will bust the bank wide open. James Snyder, yes, definitely did. I will get, actually, because I don't have, Mike must be over handling some business. Let me get the James Snyder. Ava, how good. I'm used to having Michael here taking care of business. Let's get a pen that works. James Snyder, Ava, Haggood in Alaska, where it's 70 degrees, and Tone. Boom, got you covered. June 1st bonus. So we'll get $10 million because of Lyle Collins' money. So we'll have $23.397 million. I started thinking about this, and this was mainly because of Brian Green. Blame Brian Green, okay? Brian Green, where are you? Brian, you're the one that started this damn train about the Cowboys and Deebo Samuels, okay? You're the one that kind of brought it back up, and now you got it in the front of my head here, okay? Thinking about this. Could it be that the Dallas Cowboys, besides Catboy being Catboy and trying to save every penny because he's like, it's mine, it's all mine, trying to save every single nickel. Could it be that the Dallas Cowboys just said, you know what, we're just going to wait. It's kind of like one of those war movies where the ship is like closing in and all that, or the submarine is closing in. They're like, okay, we're in range. And he's just like, wait, not yet. You're like, okay, we're in range. We're in range. You can fire now so we can get our ass out. Not yet. We're not going to, no, just not yet. Hold up, not yet. They just keep waiting till they get close enough that they're sure that they're going to go boom and make a big explosion. Right? Could it be that the Dallas Cowboys have been playing dead, just kind of just laying to the side, letting everybody do all their stuff and everything else, that they've been keeping their powder dry, and that they've just been waiting, letting everybody blow their wads, spend all their money, get all their players and stuff, to kind of discount the Dallas Cowboys, to say that the Dallas Cowboys have taken a step back, that the Dallas Cowboys, they're stupid, Catboy and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom, fire. And they make a big ass play and blow everybody out the water. Now, maybe this is just a fantasy of mine that I would love to see the Cowboys actually. Do I think that that's going to happen? I don't. But you never know. The Cowboys could be playing rope-a-dope. It could be. I mean, Deebo, if you saw the picture of Deebo and Dak, I swear he looked like he was in love. It's like, oh, man. if I had Dak Prescott throw it to me instead of Jimmy G, that would be so beautiful. And I wouldn't have to play running back. I'm in love with the Cowboys. You know, you can see that, don't you? I know, Sugar Daddy. I know. You know, we're crackheads when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. You and I both know that. We always fall for this shit. And you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to fall for it again. But you never know. And here's the thing. When you start thinking about the prices, think about Davante Adams, the way the Raiders structured the contract for him. He's only an $8 million cap hit this year. $30 million next year. So for the next 2 years, he's basically $20 million a year. I don't think his contract should be as big as Davante Adams. Right? So if you did a deal that was less than his with the new money that's coming, would you, would, and if you, and here's the logic behind it, because you don't want to give up a first round draft pick. Well, you're going to give a first and some other stuff and some change. But if you believe that he's a guy that can take you over the top in the NFC, where you look at it and say, well, Green Bay lost Davante Adams and they also lost in the first round of playoffs. Tampa Bay, you know, maybe losing Gronk and, you know, Tom Brady is a little older. They lost their head coach. You don't know how the change of philosophy might be, right? Right? You could say the Rams maybe have the Super Bowl hangover. You know? You got Aaron Donald saying he could retire. They lost Von Miller. They probably don't have Odell Beckham. You know? They could take a step back. The 49ers under Shanahan have been good one year and then bad the next year. They could be doing that. And if you were able to get a Deebo Samuels, you'd have to say we'd have a good chance in the NFC. You know, as much as everybody is on the Eagles bandwagon and thinks the Eagles are that and a ham sandwich, I'm still not sold on them. I'm still not sold. Yes, the Cowboys offense may have come back down a little bit, but guess what? The Dallas Cowboys defense, I believe, is taking steps forward. So what you may have lost in offense, which was the highest scoring offense in football last year, you may be making up then some on defense. Is it possible? I mean, I look at where we started the season last year with Micah Parsons as a rookie, you know, still wet behind the ears. He's not starting at that point. I look at us with a Javon Curse as a safety who was the field general last year, who definitely knows how to play. I look at a Malik Hooker, who is a year removed from the injuries, who was playing better in the second half of the season as our other starter right there. I look at a secondary that wasn't that bad regardless of what they say. And FYI, when they talk about, well, Dak Prescott, he gets a lot of his yards in garbage time because people are playing soft zones. Well, if we were blowing people out, doesn't that mean there's garbage time then for the cornerbacks? Right? That we're playing a soft zone, letting them have the easy stuff underneath? Is that possible? This craziness that I'm hearing from Eagle fans that are literally trying to say that big play Slay is better than Diggs. It's like, you got to be kidding me. Are you on crack, son? Seriously.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
And Randy, and that's what I'm saying. You know what? Jerry Jones likes Showtime. And if he ended up getting Deebo, now I don't know that the 49ers would be willing to trade Deebo to the Dallas Cowboys, you know, after the Charles Haley situation, how that worked out. Because that would definitely be a major power shift to the Cowboys if you were to get Deebo. And like I said, more than anything else, this is nice to talk about. Doubt it would happen because we do have Catboy. But if you kind of work the pieces a little bit and you squint a little bit and you think outside the box, you could say, maybe. And Chris Wise, that's me. Get Deebo. National media narrative terms, garbage time, dink and dunk. That's true. Army Mom, it would be a great thing. The D-line starting to get better would make me a very happy person. Will never happen, but we can dream. And that's probably what it is. I want to hear some rumors, Mark. Let's hear that. Okay. There you go. Trip Aces. Waste on Debo. Cowboys don't block and call play. Stop lying. I didn't say it was happening. I said, could it be? I love how mother humpers come in here. Are you Trip Aces? Trip, are you new here, Trip? Because I don't remember seeing you here before. Welcome to the show, and let me welcome you properly, because you're probably an Eagle fan.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Now sit your ass down and shut up. Nope, cash is being rolled into next year when Dak's contract jumps. Well, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You could say that with Dak, but you could also say with CD. You could also say with Diggs. The thing is I want you to think about something. The New Orleans Saints were in the worst cap position of anybody. They were $75 million in the red. Somehow, they've signed players left and right, and they're right there where we are. You can do what you want to do, and here's where people just don't understand. Last offseason, they ended up signing the new agreement, the new CBA agreement. There is going to be so much money flowing. Let me give you an example, okay? DirecTV was paying about $1 billion a year for Sunday Ticket. $1 billion. It's good money for the NFL. Apple's doubled that to over $2 billion. What does that mean? That deal alone, just that one right there, and is additional $20 million from the salary cap. That doesn't count ESPN's deal. That doesn't count ABC's deal. That doesn't count Thursday night for Amazon Prime deal. That doesn't count Fox's deal. It doesn't count Sunday Night in America on NBC. It doesn't count the gambling money. Doesn't count the gate revenues that will increase because Lord knows ticket prices are going up. That new money doesn't start till 2023. So when we saw the cap jump up by, $20-some million this year, that had nothing to do with all this new money that's about to windfall in here. When they say the teams within a couple of years going to be worth $10 billion a year, whereas last year, like the Cleveland Browns were only worth $3 billion. Yeah. Early estimates by 2027 are going to be around $460 million salary cap. So those who have been singing the doom and gloom, oh my God, it's Dak Prescott's contract. Guys, Dak Prescott's contract is nothing. He's not even the top 10 as a salary cap hit this year. Look at how many guys are now in the $40 million range. And now, of course, Aaron Rodgers at 50. And Russell Wilson's going to be getting a new contract too. You think he's going to stay at 35? Shit. Okay, guys, stop with this penny pinching. You're sounding like Cap Boy. Okay? When you have monopolized the product, you can charge all you. And Randy, how crazy is it that here it is that the Washington Commanders, one of the worst run organizations in the NFL, is talking about moving to Virginia and getting money paid by the state for them, and they have more money than they know what to do with. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? How crazy is it the Washington football team is accused of actually having 2 sets of books because they're cooking the books to the NFL on what they actually make. And here it is, Virginia is going to help try and pay them. Actually, it's going to be a bit, let me let you in on something here. That, we're going to buy that land to build a stadium over there in Woodbridge. That's some bullshit. They ain't putting it there. That's not where it's going to go. I will bet you, that that's not where it's going to go. They did that because they're trying to force the hand for Maryland. Well, Maryland, we got a site over here. So Maryland says, oh, no, we don't want you to go. Hey, Virginia's going to offer you $350 million. We'll give you $750 million. We'll give you the site, tax-free for the next, 30 years. Don't go. They're doing that for leverage against Maryland. Hey, well, we got a site here. That's how you do it. That's exactly. I know Tony knows exactly what I'm talking about. Tony's like, yeah, that's a pretty smart move right there. Yeah. Let people know I can walk away. I got something else in place. So if you want to party, you got to do something better than what I got already here. So forget about the money. Money going to be there. The money is going to be there. This whole thing of cap hell doesn't exist. I give Prescott 2 to 3 more years and no Super Bowl, he's gone. Okay. All right, Jay Woosley. I tell you what, if you were here when I first started this video out, where we had shown Hall of Famer Larry Allen and the holes that he put out there, if you give me some players like that, if you give me a defense like we had, and it was Dak Prescott was the one that wasn't doing his part, because the problem is as long as we continue to do the same shit, where our offensive line leads the NFL in penalties, that we drop time for the quarterback to throw, have shitty play calling, and have a cat boy that's afraid to actually bring in enough talent to win, you can't put all that on the quarterback. You can't put that all on the quarterback. When you went through the second half of the season and you couldn't run the football because your offensive line was shit and your running backs were hurt, you're only going to point and say it's the quarterback. Of all of those penalties that we had on the offense, how many of those penalties were on the quarterback? Hubby refused to drive his V8 truck due to the gas prices. It's the principle. I agree with you on that one, but unfortunately I have to do a lot of driving. Look, there you go, R. Gravy. Up, Roma.
Playoff. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
They're looking for the best place for a lot of toilets, washing, and commodes. Oh, man. Mark, I just got married. Congratulations, JT, the pipe layer. The pipe. Oh, wait. The pipe layer just got married. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. Congratulations to you, buddy. Jerry needs to snap the cap. I think we should get at least one big name on offense. Will he? Well, here's the question. Will Jerry Jones do like Jerry Jones normally does, or should I say Cap Boy, and just get a few veteran, players here and there and just call it a day? Or will they go ahead and make one big move? They'll probably just get a few pieces here and there and won't do that. Isn't Woodbridge site like a farm? Because I remember you doing a video. It is, it's not real, well, it looks kind of like a farm, but it's kind of in the middle of the suburbs. Oh, there's Mike.
But the other place, too, is on Route 1 over in Dumfries.
Which,
this is the second site that they're looking at.
Yeah, but they didn't put any, or supposedly put a contract on it, which is closer to a casino.
Well,
but
the news was out there somewhere in Dumfries.
Yeah, again, down there, that's the worst place for it. It should go.
Both of them is the worst place.
Out by Dulles Airport would be a better location. Trust me.
But aren't they supposed to move in their practice facilities too?
Mark, Tony Romo played over 10 years in Dallas. Dak has more than 3 years to go, Cowboys. Yeah, Tony, and again, here's the thing. I think Tony Romo was a good enough quarterback to win a Super Bowl if he had the pieces around him. We didn't always have the pieces around him, except for, I will say, 2007. 2007, we had a stacked team. We had 13 Pro Bowlers, and that should have been the one that went. That one, or you could say the 2014 season, the offense was really balanced with DeMarco Murray and things. The defense took the football away a lot. They gave up a lot of yards. They weren't great, but, the catch, no catch, and you could argue that even if he caught that Aaron Rodgers probably still would have had enough time. But for the most part, the other years, there wasn't a whole lot for Tony Romo going forward on there. Is Dak a top 5? I would say, Corey, that he's at least a top 7. For me. And I think what you're going to see, I think you're going to see even a better Dak Prescott this year with the injuries basically gone. The Dez catch would have been Romo's Super Bowl. But see, here's the thing that was kind of crazy, though, about that. And I don't mean to go back on that one because that was so long ago. But it was 4th down and 1. And you did have DeMarco Murray, who was feasting. Why didn't we just go ahead and pick up the first down instead of going for it all? Because you ultimately want to score, but you want to take that time off the clock because you don't want Aaron Rodgers to have time. Dak is better than Watson of damn near close. I will say that in my mind, he's better than Watson as well. And people will argue with me, and we'll find out this year because we'll be able to actually judge apples to apples because we'll see how Amari Cooper does with them. We've had the Randall Cobb situation where we saw Randall Cobb go from Green Bay, where they basically said his career's done. He comes to Dallas and he plays better than he's played in like 5 years and gets a big contract to go play with Deshaun Watson. And he goes back to the numbers that he had back in Green Bay when it looked like he was done. Murray fumbled early in the game, and I think that's why. Yeah, okay, I get that. But here's the thing. 4th down and 1, and you're going for all the eggs in the basket. All the eggs. Answer, what do you think? Ron, I don't know what the question was. What's my thoughts on Dalton Schultz? If the Cowboys are serious about wanting to keep him and get a long-term deal, you need to go ahead and get this thing done. The Cowboys have a thing of always waiting to get deals done, and then they turn around and say, well, there's no money. They waited on DeMarcus Lawrence, right? They franchise tagged him, and then him to hawed about his contract and everything else. Oh, we're not going to, we thought we had a deal for about $19 million, and it ended up paying $21 million. Okay, they ended up with Zeke. We're not going to reset the market. You let him sit out in the offseason and hang out in Cabo and stuff and come in and out of shape, right? Cost some more money. And they reset the market, and we're still dealing with that contract. They could have paid Dak Prescott before they did. Had him for about $28 million a year on his, second contract. But instead they waited, and it's $40 million. And so here we are with Dalton Schultz. You've got David Njoku, who had 440 yards receiving last year, getting $14.5 million. 14.5. Darren Waller, James Snyder got you covered. Darren Waller, they're working on his deal right now, guaranteed that he'll be over $17 million. And so here you are sitting there now. Dalton Schultz's contract's got to start out at somewhere around $14.5 million. And the longer you wait, the more it's going to cost. Now, Nathan, you may be right about that, but I think that this is going to be the year of the Dallas Cowboys using 12 personnel. And if that's the case, you want to have 2 good tight ends. And Dalton Schultz, say what you will, he can catch the football. He's not a good blocker, but having a tight end that can catch the football, it does give you more options. Oh, Willie. Shoo. When Stephen Jones takes over, oh, my goodness. When Stephen Jones takes over, he's already said that, him, Charlotte, and Jerry Jr. won't take as many chances as Jerry Jones. They ain't taking any chances anymore, so we know it'll be all about them holding on to the money. I'd let Dalton walk and roll with Ferguson. You can book this. He's the best draft pick of the 22 for the Cowboys. Schultz and Ferguson will be dynamite. We want to use the 2 tight end system like New England did. I'm with you on that one, Army Mother Heather. I looked at that like, people don't remember when Aaron Hernandez, before he went crazy, ordering people to be killed, with Gronk, that offense was hell. It depends on how they want to spend the money. It's kind of complicated. Craig Nall is a running back, fullback we can sign that can also play tight end. Underrated signing. Jalen Tolbert, wide receiver number 3. I'm okay with that. We're actually, see, Jalen Tolbert is actually in a great position because of having, God, I'm having a brain fart, of having our wide receiver being injured and not starting the season out. He's going to get plenty of practice in training camp, and he's going to get opportunities to start early in the season. And that's a guy who has the mentality of, if I get started on the field, I'm not losing that spot. And you may actually have some competition there. We need Dalton Schultz this year at least, then draft another one next year. Mike Wood, you are not a true Philadelphian. Okay. Tolbert takes over for Washington, week 7. Mark, I watched CMF today, and they were showing tight ends. Okay. The way the league is, you need the money for Parsons if he stays on his current trajectory. But you don't have to worry about Parsons for 2 more years. Parsons will be a beast. Parsons, oh, you got to love it. If our O-line be good, we're great like usual. It's just now the defense is on fire now. And that's the thing that worries me. If they don't do a major move for a guy like Debo, is I would like to see them do something to really have a true backup for Tyron Smith. I'm not sure that I'm ready to put backups that have had no experience behind Tyron Smith, because we know the big guy is going to come out for a few games. When Steven takes over, we're in trouble. We're already in trouble with him being only a part-time boss. Nothing on Kevin Joseph right now. The NFL has not made any decisions, just like they haven't made any decisions with Deshaun Watson or anything. So it'd probably be closer to training camp before we hear anything. JT the pipe layer, please take Rhaegar. Oh, boy. You guys are ready to get rid of Rhaegar, huh? Cowboys are waiting for next year. It's a redshirt year. Payton will be the coach next year. They have a bunch more money next year and the new deal. If you can see that, you blind. But the thing is, okay, all right, let me play devil's advocate. The Saints still have the rights to Sean Payton, which means you're going to have to give up compensation to get Sean Payton. And I believe Gruden was 2 number 1s. Am I wrong with that? John Gruden was 2 number 1s. So would you rather give up, say, 2 number 1s for Sean Payton, or give up a number 1 and maybe a 3rd for Deebo Samuels? Think about that. Yes, Kevin Joseph is practicing with the team. We don't know if he's still rapping or not. But yes, and the team's basically saying we're supporting him. We've investigated and stuff, and we're going to wait and see what the NFL has to say, yada, yada, yada. Because, of course, talent trumps everything. Well, here's the thing about Sean Payton, because, you know, as everybody thinks that he's great, and he is. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. But him and Mike McCarthy both have won the same amount of Super Bowls. And he did have like 4, 7, and 9 years with Drew Brees. So there's no guarantee that, oh, we got Sean Payton, we're automatically going to win a Super Bowl. I'm not sure that that's the case. Christina, do we have another new lady in the place? What's up, Christina? Yes, we do have the 50-year option on Parsons if they want it. No to both. Big Sage says, but no to both. Okay. 49ers aren't giving Debo away. Sean played. Well, sometimes a bird in the hand might be worth 2 in the bush, and he's definitely not trying to play ball with them. Sean hasn't done shit in the last couple of years. Quite frankly, when you actually look at Sean Payton in the playoffs, because he's had, you know, Cowboy-esque seasons where they're like 12-4 and 13-3, and they're not getting to Super Bowls with those teams. If that was the Cowboys, let's take a look at that real quick. Hold on. This is, again, another one of those Crazy statistics. Okay, so 12-4, 13-3, 13-3. And a couple of those years, look at this. 2021, they were 9-8, okay? 12-4 the year before, 1-1, lost in the divisional rounds. They were 13-3, lost in the wild card round. They were 13-3, lost in the conference championship. They were 11-5, lost in the divisional rounds. So, quite frankly, I'm not sure that, you're getting the guy that's getting you the Super Bowl instantly like you think. He had some monster teams right there. You think about having Alvin Kamara there and all the guys that he had, and Drew Brees, and actually having a great lights-out defense, and my man DeMario Davis. Not exactly the best record as far as in the playoffs go. Okay, you can, yeah, well, that was pass interference. I'll give you that one. But you know what? Just like the catch, no catch happened to us, it is what it is. Mike McCarthy stats with Aaron do count, people. Eagles would have beaten the Saints in 2018. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's see. Hold on. Wait. Are you sure about that? Let me see. When was that? Somebody just said, I'm trying to think of who, somebody just said the Eagles would have beat the Saints in 2018. Did I see that? Wait, where did I see that? In order for Sean Payton to think, let's see. Somebody said that, didn't they? Because the Eagles did play the Saints in 2018 with Carson Wentz, who was ass, who was 19 of 33, 3 interceptions, with a 9.1 interception percentage for 156 yards. And so one of you Eagle fans is literally going to say that you would have beat the Saints in 2018. You had a chance. I'm just looking at that number right there. That was 2018. Carson Wentz, one career game against the Saints. 31.9 rating, 156 yards, 3 interceptions. Bam. Oh, you mean it's the Minnesota Miracle didn't happen? Jeffrey dropped the Foles because of the game. Okay. It was the Minnesota Miracle. Okay, in the playoffs, it was Nick Foles. It certainly wasn't Carson Wentz. Stop being stupid, let young guys play, okay? Wentz is on his 3rd team suddenly. Here's the funny thing. I literally had a Washington fan today come through and tell me that Wentz is better than Dak. Yeah. So there's that. All right. Well, I hate to say this. It is actually 10:30 and my back is killing me. It's kicking my ass right now. And I need to take some more muscle relaxants and some more ibuprofen for it. And it is 10:30 on the holiday weekend. And as much as I hate to end this, I got to because I can't sit up right now. So, of course, I've messed up today because I haven't done this not even a single time. And this is like a family tradition.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire him. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me?
Dope dog.
I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him. You.
Oh boy, it never gets old. It never gets old. Let me say a couple things here before we get ready to get out of here. Shout out to my man Tony Tone with the big super chat. Thank you, as well as Ava Hoggood and things. I have a lot of pieces of artwork that are going out and just trying to get caught up. I've had so many different things that we've been working on between the house down the country we had to get ready for people to rent, and now less than 2 weeks from now, in fact 2 weeks from now, we'll be in Dallas working on Stuart Morrison's house. Stuart is having a really, really hard time right now. I talk to him on a daily basis. I don't want to go into all the details and things, but we're going down. I see my man Randy Sykes is here, and Randy is actually driving down there as well. He'll be there before us. And Randy, I appreciate it. I started talking to my wife on a game plan so we can try and hit the ground running. And of course, all the plans and stuff go through you. Brian Green, who's going to be meeting me at my house and riding down with us together. Damn Gina will be there. Of course, Michael will be there. And we have my man Rock is going to be helping as well. And Stuart can definitely use all the prayers that you guys can spare. He's like I said, really having a hard time. He's got a liver cancer along with other complications that he has from, even though he's been paralyzed for 16 years. He had part of his foot amputated over the summer. He's had heart surgery for arterial heart surgery, trying to open up some of the arteries and things, and now it's the liver cancer. So we're trying to go down and do some work on the house. His 79-year-old mother has been taking care of him and things, and we just want to try and give back and look out for others as well, because that's what we're supposed to do. If you want to make a donation, we have a GoFundMe. The link is in the community tab. We've raised about $6,200 of money for it already. We've got things like windows we need to change, we've got doors we got to fix, and ceiling lights and ceiling fixtures and faucets and painting. We got a lot of work and stuff to do, because when he does get home from the hospital, we want it to be really, really nice for him. And also to try and say thank you to his mother, who's been taking care of him and stuff, and they could definitely use the help. And so any help is definitely appreciated. We're going to be leaving on Saturday the 11th, driving down there, and we're going to be hitting and working. We'll probably be doing maybe a meetup at the Star on Friday and things, so maybe we can all get together and do some great things. And with that being said, I'm going to get my ass out of here and go take some more muscle relaxants for this back, because I got to definitely get it in shape for the trip, because I got a lot of work to do. And grab your shot glasses. Oh, shit. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, tell somebody you love that you love them tonight, because you might not get the chance again. And it's time to turn out the lights. This party's over.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.